In 2025, the year of our Lord, there's one thing that can be said for certain, and it's that we all have algorithms.
That is true.
And I think everyone's algorithm is obviously unique to them.
Yes.
You hear people who are like, I watch Happy Dogs.
Oh, God.
That could not be either of us.
No.
There are also people who are probably getting like live, laugh, love content. Yet again, probably in the Happy Dog category. Mm-hmm. And then for me, it's very 50-50. It's like comedy and politics, things that are actually working the mind.
Yeah.
Maybe I would say that's even lesser than 50. It's maybe 40%.
Okay.
Maybe even 30%.
Okay.
I could be overselling. And then the larger quantity of what is being served to me is white boys, white straight boys.
Your favorite type.
My favorite type. Twerking. Do you know what a twerk is?
I do.
The front word twerk?
A dick twerk.
A dick twerk.
Yes.
Which is insane that I'm like, there are people out here like really going for it. And I'm
Does
like,
that not hurt?
it has to be. I mean, there are some people whose appendages, I'm like, you're doing the damn thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so proud of what your parents were able to accomplish with
Yeah.
you. But I'm also like, yeah, that like back, what would we call that? That,
What? Like when it swings back?
when it swings back.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's just the back end of the dork.
The back,
The back end of the dork.
the back end of the dwerk, I think it depends how much appendage you really
Right.
have.
Of course.
And sometimes I'm like, that's full force hitting the sack.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so maybe you're really doing this for your people being your audience,
Yeah.
your audience being me.
I mean, when I used to have boobs, I could like shake my boobs really hard and it didn't really hurt. Like they'd be like, and it didn't really hurt.
Were you doing that at Hooters?
No, it was not. That's not part of the Hooter repertoire.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so maybe it's like that. Like maybe it's just like skin on skin action. It's not too bad, but you're getting a lot of dworking in your algorithm.
Working and just like men doing these like slutty weird trends. Like for example, right now, a Kid Cudi song is making the waves on TikTok.
Oh my God. This is it's an old song.
I can't really talk
Okay.
about Kid Cudi's discography with any confidence. I am not Timothy Chalamet. Have you seen his buzz cut? Have you seen his buzz cut?
No.
What do you think about a white boy with a buzz?
I prefer it. Yeah.
If I had the hairline, once I go to Turkey,
Yeah.
I'll be there.
I mean, like
These brows with a buzz cut?
Channing Tatum 2007 or whatever it was.
You get it.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt,
Oh yeah. Fight Club.
Justin Bieber.
Exactly.
He's a man
You
with a
know
buzz.
why? Do you know why this works?
Why?
Because one, it gives men an edge, but two, part of that edge, honestly, is I think it makes them look more ethnically ambiguous.
Well, we said last episode, Travis Kelce
Thank
used
you.
to be so hot.
Yes.
And part of that
Was that? Yes, that
was the buzz cut.
Yeah, now he's man of the woods, and that is not it. Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of Man of the Woods, I will just have to say real quick, I love the Justin Timberlake moment when he's like, this is going to ruin the tour.
What tour?
The world tour.
Wait. Question. Wait, you didn't finish your statement.
No, I was going back to it.
Okay,
I
okay,
just
okay.
that was a public service announcement for what was an incredible moment.
Okay. Kid Cudi though.
Kid Cudi though, Maui Wowie, can't tell you when it was released, but it's like going back to Honolulu just to get that Maui Wowie. That Maui Wowie.
I apparently also can't speak to his discography.
Which Maui Wowie is clearly a strain of
Weed.
the cannabis.
Yeah.
Which today I am not on straight sativa. I am functioning on a hybrid, so hopefully that calms me down a
You
little
do
bit.
seem different.
I do seem different.
Yeah.
And I
like this one.
No, I know. And I was driving here and I was like, wow, it's really weird. Like different strains have different effects.
Yeah.
So it's these boys hanging off of lampposts and they're just swinging and they're like going back to
And this is what gets you going.
and
huh?
it does something for me.
They're not swinging their dicks. They're swinging just
their
swinging.
bodies. They're like one hand.
And this
they're
is-
showing their strength. And people
Is this a trend?
Yes. And people in this country are walking past, a crosswalk, and they're seeing largely white boys just hanging, lip syncing to
Maui Wowie.
Maui Wowie. And their eyes, kind of just wander. A moment of judgment is placed on said person. And then somewhere, someplace, Brian Taylor White is swiping and just eating it up.
And I'm glad I'm not getting it because I would be judging. I don't understand it. This could be age, but this could also be race because I just don't feel like those are black activities.
No, and also if a black man was hanging from a crosswalk,
yes, it's a no.
What's going to happen?
Yeah, it's a no.
It's going to be loitering. It's going to be...
There's literally a 4-year-old boy who's been in the news this whole week because a white woman who is head of the HOA is trying to find his mother, a 4-year-old child. I don't know if you understand how small a 4-year-old is.
Yes.
Trying to find his mother for swinging on a tree.
Oh.
On a tree, not on someone's fruit tree. I don't give a fuck what kind of tree it is, to be honest with you. It could be a precious fucking pomegranate tree. It is a 4-year-old child, and this woman will not let up. So
she has like a wanted sign in one of her hands.
She's like going to meetings, railing against this child who swung on this tree.
At the HOA.
At the HOA
She's
meeting.
Like, does this child live in our neighborhood?
Period. And now the poor mother.
And they're like, no, he tricycled out of town a long time
Across town. The poor mother of the little boy, now they're like going at, like literally targeting her. And they're like, I see a weed.
No.
500. I swear to God.
No. I will say, as a person who can't scrape 2 pennies together to afford a home, flex on your end, flex on the elder millennials who were able to do that once upon a time.
2020.
2020. What a year. What a year for the real estate market.
Honestly, like if it weren't for COVID, complimentary, we would not have been able to buy a home in California.
Sometimes I just love to go on Zillow, as I think a lot of people do.
I do, and I own a home.
Dream up their alternate realities. Yeah. The craziest thing is when you are really understanding how the market works. So you're like, okay, one day if I have X amount of money to put down to get this monthly payment. But the secret thing that is literally destroying everyone's life is an HOA, both in New York City and LA. It could hike up everything.
So when David and I were looking at homes, we saw this house and it was like the way that it was put together, like the way they had not decorated, but like, what do you call it when it's like cabinetry and stuff? Not decoration, but like put it together. I don't know. Was really nice. Like upgraded it. It was really nice. It had a very small yard. My husband calls it a prison yard. Like you can go back there, you can do a push up or two, but you can't have a dog. You can't grill. A grill ain't fitting back there. But anyway, it had a prison yard, and the cabinetry. The reason why I remember it is because the lady was like, "Yeah, it's lidded. The cabinets, they're lidded." We're like, it's either lighted or lit. It is not lidded. But anyway, so the HOA, the HOA monthly fee was like $350.
That's on the low end of some luxury condominium complexes.
My HOA is $19 a month. And I live in a high-end community, but it's because everyone in my community is like a firefighter and a teacher, and they are like, they go to meetings and shit and they push back. They're like, fuck that noise.
Okay, I just want to quickly say that high end doesn't usually link up with the words teachers and firefighters.
In California, it does.
What do you mean?
Firefighters in California make over $500,000 a year.
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Saving lives and making money for it?
Anything that is law enforcement adjacent in most of the country, but especially in California, that overtime is making you money. Minimum $300,000 a year as a firefighter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, now back to your algorithm.
Okay, so my algorithm definitely does not look like yours. My algorithm is I have a lot of Black shit in my algorithm, a lot of Black podcasts, a lot of Black trends. And the one that has swept my algorithm in the last 3 months, I mean, I can't get away from Tia and or Tamara.
Are they still riffing?
No. They're doing the same trend.
Okay.
Shaquille O'Neal, every Black celebrity that exists has done the Depends dance trend.
What, like, depends, like, what you can urinate in?
No, Depends as in the Chris Brown song. We're very different. Very different. Very different.
I don't know. Lisa Rinna once did, I think, a commercial for Depends, so
Yeah.
there might be money in it.
I think there's money in commercials. But yeah, the Depends dance, you know, I eat you well. That one?
Oh, yes.
That's it. Yes. That is, I mean, to this day, 3 months later, I think
It hypnotizes you.
It does. I don't know if it hit, but I'm going to watch every single one. You know what I mean?
What are you going to watch every single one, even if that person has done it before?
Maybe not, because I'm not going to recognize that it's different, but I'm going to watch it even if it's really bad.
Okay, because my type of mental illness is these people, like when they're doing trends, if their version of said trend like pops off, they then know to do it at least like 12 more times to accumulate the same amount of views across the people who have already like fed into this. They still get me.
I think that this is truly the millennial Gen Z divide, putting you in Gen Z, because I think that millennials, we get saturated easily. It's like, I'm not trying, like there's even this cute guy, and you probably have watched him. This guy's come on both of our algorithms. His name is David. He's half Italian, as he says, half Italian, half New Jersey.
As Jay Jordan might say, North African.
North African and half New Jersey. This guy's gorgeous. He's dark hair, dark eyes, like looks Italian. He sits in his car and gives takes on life. And it's often, like, it's definitely geared to women, basically like women, you're dating horrible men.
No, I've
like,
never seen him.
Oh my God, I wish.
This is why. It's not for me.
Okay, it definitely is not for you, but he's so hot and so smart, which you can appreciate. And I just saw separately on like this New York dating social thing where they go up to people on the street and they're like, what do you do? What are you looking for? He was on there. We found out he's a lawyer in his 9 to 5. And people were like, this guy that I watch all the time. Oh my. So anyway.
I love people who are moonlighting.
There's no way he needs this lawyer gig.
You said there's no way he needs
Not today.
the lawyer gig.
No, not today. I think he's one of the fastest growing people. I'm not on TikTok, but on Instagram, like ever. He went from 0 to like 800,000 people in like 5 months.
Wow. Okay, when you said something though, I really dislike men who speak to women about like enriching their lives.
Yeah.
In the sense that you know what it's giving to me? And I always felt this way about him. This is not a tainted view based on recent news.
Who?
Justin Baldoni.
Oh.
Like the Man Enough. Like I guess he was speaking to men, but like also his audience was largely
was
women.
performative.
It's so performative.
Yeah, this guy doesn't give that.
Okay.
This guy doesn't give that. He's not giving advice.
Okay, last man on earth, who are you taking advice from?
Whoa.
Such a good question.
That's
right?
an amazing question. Last man on earth.
Who are you taking advice from? Who are your womanly ears opening up for?
It's definitely going to be someone who you can tell that they are actually woke.
Mm-hmm.
They love their spouse.
They better believe in science.
They're pro-science. So it's going to be someone like Stephen Colbert or something.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
I would heed advice from Stephen Colbert.
Because he doesn't seem like a liar. He doesn't seem performative. Like when he's being genuine, it seems genuine. When he's not in character.
Didn't love his Emmy speech.
Oh, what was his Emmy speech?
It was just kind of like, I love this country. I love America, after we had found out his show had been canceled and he ended up winning like a month later and being recognized, which like, I just felt you can say that, but also then criticize the current moment we're in, because that is probably what got him canceled.
Yeah.
And it was interesting for him as this person who does speak out to kind of reel it back in a celebratory moment.
I think that is like very boomer behavior. Like, I think that at the end of the day, white dudes of a certain age really fuck with America. And they, even if they're critical of like stuff that the government does, at their heart, they fucking love America. And I just don't think either of our generations are there.
Okay, but there is one person who has come across both of our algorithms, which we have talked about in a complimentary way in the past, which is Kareem, the man behind Subway Takes.
Do I know him?
Yes, when he's like, what's your hot take?
Oh, yeah.
And I was talking to you recently about one of my favorite versions of this, online show that I'm fed. And he said, what's your hot take? And the female comedian goes, I just don't believe that people are that religious.
Okay.
Which is such a hot take in Turning Point USA's America. And he was like, immediately disagree, because it's either agree or disagree on your hot take. Like, my hot take, which I'm giving up for free right now, I haven't even been invited on the show, is Italian American food is better than Italian food. Tell me that you've been in Rome. Tell me that you've been in Milan. Tell me that you've been...
I've been to Naples. I've been to Rome.
Anywhere in the country of Italy where I have gotten around just screaming Sono un ragazzo americano. And tell me you didn't want a chicken parm.
I don't fuck with chicken parm.
That's crazy. Tell me you didn't want a big ziti.
I'm sorry. I disagree. My hot take is I disagree.
That's wild. Anyways, back to the take on
fresh. It feels so fresh and light.
It's so Italian food is so clean and
feels clean.
It's very clean. It's very basic. It's very few ingredients.
Yes.
And then Italian American food is very heavy.
Rich as fuck.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is what I grew up on. So I'm just like, where's the richness? Where's the, I'm leaving Nona's house. I didn't have a Nona, but like, I'm leaving Nona's house. And I had a mum. I'm leaving Nona's house and my stomach hurts.
No, I don't want that. Oh my God. That's so I mean, I fuck up some Italian American food. I really, really do. But I really like Italian food.
Well,
okay,
that's
a hot take.
That's my hot take. Going back to no one's that religious. She then goes on to say, if everyone was that religious, they would quite literally be in the streets right now. If they are, real Bible readers, taking every word literally, as, people be doing, they would be saying, they would look like the man standing on Hollywood Boulevard right now with like a Sharpied up cardboard box saying like, you are all sinners and you're going to hell.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't be off that merry-go-round ever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that's like extreme religion. I don't know if I agree with that, but I do agree with her in general. I don't think that most people are religious. I think most people who think they're religious are actually cultists in America. Now, I can't speak for the rest of the world, but here, people who consider themselves evangelical Christians or Christians, they are not religious. Religion is formalized. Religion is you're going through, it's like ritual. What we're doing is cult. You are following a single authoritarian body, even if it's not just this one man whose name shouldn't be spoken, although I'm going to say it a lot later. It is a cult. It is not religion.
No, I totally agree with you. And this is where algorithms get really niche. Mm-hmm. But right now, Hayley Williams, the singer behind Paramore, are you familiar?
Of course. I have a viral response to the New York Times. It has thousands of likes.
Where she calls out Morgan Wallen?
Yes, thousands of likes.
Okay, so she released this album, and it's very much rooted in her Southern history, being a white woman in the South, what it meant growing up in the Bible Belt. And one of the lyrics, which she was on one of the late night shows, I forget, but the fact that she was given this platform, or the platform of late night, to sing this lyric, I thought was pretty monumental in the moment that we're in right now. And it is, they say that Jesus is the way, but then they gave him a white face, so they don't have to pray to someone they deem lesser than them.
Oh, bars.
Yeah. And I guess so. With that being said, you're a Black woman who loves Paramore. You're a part of that podcast community.
Well, my comment on the New York Times interview that has a lot of likes says something to the extent of, when I tell you Black people love Hayley Williams, and we do. And the reason why I think Black people love Hayley Williams.
B.O.B.'s Airplane.
Nope, I hate that. Top tier, horrible song. Oh my God, I hate that song so bad.
I have to say, I think that her chorus is good.
And you know what? I didn't even remember that was her. I think because I love her and I hate that song, I have blocked it out. No, like Black people really fuck with Hayley Williams and Paramore because, okay, there is, not to get too deep, but I'm gonna get a little bit deep. There is this theory in communication theory, it's a feminist theory called standpoint theory. And basically it says people of marginalized groups, the more groups that you are a part of, the intersections you are a part of, the clearer picture you have of reality. And I think of it as like if you're in a gallery, right? It's called standpoint theory. Depending on where you stand looking at a picture in a gallery, you're going to see different things. The green is going to be a different kind of green. It's just going to look different.
It's lived experience. It's having more lived experience. So like whether it's the lived experience of being a woman, being Black, being queer. But then I also think that people who are cultured, meaning well-traveled and have a lot of experiences,
literally,
the best of them are people who are open-minded and curious and then realize if they have had the, say, white man privilege to do all of this, hopefully their POV has shifted with all that they have absorbed elsewhere.
And you use the right acronym, point of view. It's a point. You're seeing things at a different point of view, right? And so I think that like with Hayley Williams, why Black people fuck with her is because part of being in the world and having some lived experience around white people is you can easily peep when a white person is a good white person, not racist, doing the right things, even when they're not explicitly talking about this shit, which I didn't even know her to be this open about social justice and stuff. But I just like, I don't know, it's like a feeling. You're like, oh, you know, like my cousin Nakia, like very early on, even before, what do we call Miley Cyrus? Miley Cyrus, back in the Bangers era. Even before the Bangers era,
Black Miley.
Even before Black Miley, though, my cousin would always be like, that's my white girl. That's my white girl.
She rode for Miley.
How
old is she?
46.
That's an interesting age to be riding for Miley pre-Bangers. Yeah. Because pre-Bangers, all you really had... Hannah Montana, and then Party in the USA.
Yeah. But something spoke to her in her spirit. And to this day, even though people shit on Miley for her Black era and all of that stuff, she's like, I feel like Miley is that girl. Like, I feel like she's probably a good person.
She is that girl.
So,
I mean, granddaughter or goddaughter of Dali, another activist.
Yeah, exactly.
An activist from Tennessee.
Exactly.
Hayley Williams and her share a spirit as well.
Exactly. So, and did you hear the other lyric? Did you hear the Morgan Wallen lyric?
I don't know the Morgan Wallen lyric, verbatim.
So Hayley Williams said, this is the lyric in the song, I'll be the biggest star at this racist country singer's bar. And when the New York Times guy asked her to name names, he's like, do you want to name names? She was like, I'll name names. She said, it's always going to be Morgan Wallen, and he can catch me in Whole Foods,
bitch.
Yes.
Which people were like, what does that mean? And what I interpreted it as was, she lives in Nashville. Mm-hmm. She's a part of that community. I'm sure he frequents Nashville. I'm not sure where he resides. But like, everyone's going to the same grocery stores if you're a real person. And she's like, no, literally, catch me in the Whole Foods.
Yeah. Like, you got something to say? Catch me outside. Catch me outside.
Catch me outside, boo.
Yeah. So we fuck with Hayley Williams.
We fuck with Hayley Williams.
I really like her.
Support her. Yes.
Support her.
Another white singer that's making the rounds online right now who is less on the activist route, but definitely crossing different thresholds and really was the basis of this episode today in terms of algorithms is Tucker Pillsbury, otherwise known as Role Model. And Role Model is going to be the musical guest on SNL this weekend with Amy Poehler hosting.
Okay.
He was most famously known prior to his latest album cycle as Emma Chamberlain's boyfriend. They broke up. You don't know these people. It's going to take too long to go down that rabbit hole.
Okay.
But what I will say is he has this song called Sally When the Wine Runs Out. And he has this trend of bringing people on stage. So it started with a lot of like Gen Z folk who really are the core of his, audience.
Okay.
And it was like Jake Shane and Renee Rapp coming out. And then it's now become Natalie Portman's going on stage with him. Hilary Duff just went on stage with him. That one was incredibly endearing. Kate Hudson went on stage with him. So like all of these millennial women, white women are flocking his way, and he's going to be in this upcoming movie with Natalie Portman that Lena Dunham's directing.
Oh my God, you're saying all the wrong words to me, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Anyways, it's just interesting to see him probably leave the confines of just the Gen Z algorithm to then be in this embraced by like all of these iconic millennial Gen Xer women, just like women in Hollywood, very established, who are quite literally just based on people who know them are now going to be fed
his stuff. Yeah. That's interesting. I still would not be fed his stuff if I follow, because I don't follow them. Like Lena Dunham, I'm allergic to. I like Natalie Portman, a good Israeli woman, like pro-Palestinian, spoke out, like, but yeah, Kate Hudson, fine. Love her, fine. But yeah, I'm just not, this is not my algo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so interesting that you can live a very different life than a person who you're friends with. Me and my husband have very different algorithms.
You might not even know a person until you see their algorithm.
Exactly. Well, my husband's algorithm's all fishing, he told me I should start a chapter of this Black women fishing thing. That's the thing. I was like, that won't be me. Do you even know me? Brian, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Is there anything that you do on a regular basis that you would be unwilling to give up for $600,000 to $900,000 a year?
The only activity that would possibly give me pause is pulling on my own willy.
I thought you were going to say sex. So that's in the same vein. I mean, okay.
Which the spell was broken last night.
Okay. So you would have not gotten your $600,000.
Well, if it were sex, no.
Oh, you had sex.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What did you have to get on the $39.99 app?
I think it's a little less than $39.99, but yes, my Grindr Extra is still active until October 29th. And someone came through. So you want to know what? For $29 or maybe under, I'll say worth it.
Okay. Well, the reason I ask you this is because there has been a story that has broken recently this week with one of our favorite actresses and her country singing husband and their divorce.
I've seen all of the lore essentially announcing the news. Okay. I haven't dug into it. And you want to know why? You're right. I love Nicole Kidman.
Love her down.
What's your favorite Nicole Kidman film, television show?
Oh, putting me on the spot. I think I've seen everything that Nicole Kidman has done, but why can't I name a single thing? I mean, I'm going to go back to a time when you weren't even alive, I don't think. Days of Thunder with her husband, Tom Cruise.
I haven't seen Days of Thunder.
Okay.
That is not a part of my lexicon.
Okay.
But I was going to say film Moulin Rouge. I just think that like it's so incredible. Yes. I love Ewan McGregor. I think that it's thought it's like
Yes.
it's Baz Luhrmann, like as Baz Luhrmann,
Yes,
like it's
okay.
what made him him.
Okay.
And then
I know what
Big
you're gonna-
Little Lies.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were going to say.
Season 1 exclusively. I wish it never went on any further. I feel like most sequels, it just basically tarnishes the reputation and the legacy of something that could have been so iconic. I don't know who's asking for these. Like, I'm really scared about Devil Wears Prada 2, and that's how I felt about Big Little Lies and what season 2 did to such an incredible miniseries, maybe one of the best miniseries of all time, kind of takes what I just said out of my own mouth.
That is high praise. I've never seen it. I've never seen it, but I'm going to go home and watch it this weekend. I'll stop at season 1.
Such a good weekend watch.
Okay, I'll stop at season 1. Okay, I thought you were going to say the movie with her and Sandra Bullock. And who's the third one?
Practical Magic. And that's also getting a sequel.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I wanted to say the reason why I don't dig deeper into the Keith Urban Nicole Kidman divorce, which you're about to fill me in on, and I am excited about, is I am height discriminatory.
What do you mean?
I don't like a tall woman with a short king.
Oh my God, I love a pairing of a tall woman and a short king.
I don't like a short king.
Oh, see.
I'm not here for short king summer.
Oh my God, I'm here for short king summer, fall, winter, and spring.
Yeah, no, I am not tapping into that like the Gilmore Girls revival. And
I don't know what that means.
well, they have fall, winter, spring, summer.
okay,
Those
okay.
are the 4 episodes. Anyways, but you know, like the Zendaya Tom Holland pair, I'm just like, I want Zendaya with a man that's like big.
Why?
How
does this affect you at all?
I want Nicole Kidman with a man who is, you know, really doming her.
I just want Nicole Kidman with a man who's straight.
Yeah, I want Nicole Kidman with a man who doesn't have highlights.
A man who has had a very similar haircut to Ellen DeGeneres for the last 25 years.
It's giving Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion when Brandy said to Lisa Rinna, "You've had the same hairdo for 20 years."
Period. I don't know if you know that song. That I can never tell you his name, but he sings that song. I don't want the world to see me.
Yes, don't know. Is it Gavin DeGraw? I don't know.
It is not Gavin DeGraw. This man is like approaching 60. But this man has also had the same Keith Urban-esque spiky haircut. It's something with the spiky haircut.
Gun to my head, couldn't name a Keith Urban song.
First of all, not the height, but in every other way, I feel like Nicole Kidman married down.
Also, an Australian country singer.
Let's talk about
who
it.
penetrated the U.S. circuit.
That's what, okay, I was thinking about this today. Why y'all having problems with black people singing country music when black people literally created the banjo? Why are we not on Keith Urban's ass? He's not even American.
He might have a pouch that we don't know about.
Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about these people's divorce. Okay, first of all, you know Nicole Kidman was once married to a different short king by the name of Tom Cruise. Okay.
I am aware.
Okay.
And the iconic picture of her getting out of that divorce.
Yes. Okay. Well, she's getting divorced. She has 2 older teenage or early 20s daughters. She's divorcing her short king Australian country singing husband with terrible highlights. And we found out this week that when they got married, she put some good things in their prenup. Good things for him, we'll say. So if he was able, we're calling it a cocaine clause, which I love.
What's a cocaine clause?
If he was able to stay sober, she would pay him $600,000 per year to avoid the snow, aka cocaine.
Yeah, I could probably put my hand away from my willy for that.
No, sex is so different.
Not sex.
No, I know, but sexual touch is different than cocaine. I don't know if I could give it.
I know, but I'm saying
1 year. Multiple years?
I'm saying if someone wanted me to never masturbate again outside of their presence and only engage in sex with them, because that's what I was saying that I would be, I would have pause for $600K.
Okay, so if you were chipped, someone put a chip and it could detect if you were touching your own willy, you'd be like, cool, give me my $600,000.
For sure.
Okay. So $600,000 to stay clean, and he got it every year that he was able to stay clean. Now, this man, very early in their marriage, she had to stage an intervention very early in their marriage. She told Oprah Winfrey, and he credits her with saving his life and blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. If you're having to pay a man to stay clean, y'all got kids, he can't stay clean for the family, there's a problem. There's a deeper problem.
Yet again, why is the white Australian man in the country circuit having a drug problem?
Period.
Why are you where are you partying? Who wants to party with you?
I mean, how big was he? Like, maybe we should call up Haley Williams. Maybe she knows what's going on in the country music scene with, like, is it Morgan Wallen partying with him? Who's partying with him?
Certainly not back in the day.
Okay, so I will just say this really got to me, but then I started thinking about crazy prenups. I went back to Tom Cruise, okay? And I looked into him and Katie Holmes's prenup.
She evacuated in the middle of the night.
She has to say thank you to her father. Her father, who happens to be a lawyer, he was like, baby, I'm going to save you. This was like Liam Neeson in Taken. He's like, not my daughter, not my granddaughter. Okay, so here is what Tom Cruise had in his prenup for Katie Holmes.
Okay.
Some of the more outlandish rumors about the prenup included that he would restrict aspects of her life, including her spending habits and wardrobe, and would pay out monetary compensation based on the number of children she could produce for him.
No.
Okay. He would also award her...
This isn't giving Scientologists, it's giving Mormon.
I don't even know the difference.
To be honest, I would have to, reopen the books on the HBO documentary.
But to go back to something you said earlier, this is why I wouldn't say people aren't religious. Some people who are in religious-like cults are very religious. Mormons and Scientologists. Okay, the last thing is he would also award her $3 million every year that she was married to Cruise, capped at $33 million. A mansion in Montecito, half of his fortune if she managed to stay the course for 11 years.
How long did she last?
Baby Boo got out at 6. So congratulations to her. You can have your own money. She had it seemed like a great relationship for a while, a secret relationship with Jamie Foxx. They seemed very happy for a while.
I forgot about that.
Do you remember that?
Did Jamie Foxx ever get out of the hospital bed?
Jamie Foxx seems pretty okay today in 2025.
Wasn't he like really down bad? Wasn't it?
He had a stroke.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the Black conspiracy theory in 2025 believes that Jamie Foxx is a clone. That the Jamie Foxx we see today is not the real Jamie Foxx, that he's dead.
It's the Avril Lavigne special.
It's the Avril Lavigne special, but also Jamie Foxx was in a movie called They Cloned Tyrone. And they think
Where's that in his IMDb?
It's on Netflix today. That was a Netflix movie.
No,
Yes.
They Cloned Tyrone.
Yes. So anyway, all that to say...
Speaking of algorithms.
I've never seen it. But all that to say is Nicole Kidman deserves better. She needs to choose better partners.
Yeah, she needs to choose someone who's at least 6'2". What are we talking about? Whoever lines up for Nicole Kidman next, they are standing next to my measuring stick.
Who of famous men should Nicole Kidman date?
Good question.
Pedro Pascal? Although
I think he's on the other side.
He's the Keith Urban.
Yes, he's getting highlights too. Okay, I have my answer.
Okay.
It's one of her former co-stars, and this just shows that we're all hypocritical because he is not passing my height test. But I honestly think that they could be good together. Zac Efron.
One of my favorite movies of the last year was, that movie.
No, your favorite movie, the one with Joey King?
I loved that movie.
What was it called?
Fun. I don't know.
Okay, so it's the Netflix one that
The
was
Age Gap.
cheesy. And then they were also in a movie called The Paperboy together.
Yes.
Where he pees on her.
Yes, directed by the guy that could direct Lee Daniels.
Lee
Directed
Daniels,
by
yeah.
Lee Daniels. Yeah. He pees. Does he pee on her?
He pees on her. She pees on him.
She pees on him. He gets stung by a jellyfish. And she pees on him.
That's what I want to wake up. I want to wake up some kinky sex for Zac Efron and Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, you just contradicted yourself, but I love it. I love it.
But that's what I'm saying. We're all hypocrites. I
love it. I love this pairing.
We all contradict ourselves.
We do. Do better for yourself, Nicole Kidman, and we are rooting for you. We're outside like
we're like this for you. You don't need him, and please don't do another season of Big Little Lies. No one wants it. Well, this week in Trump's America, speaking of algorithms, the theme of our episode, I saw that Barron Trump is being poised for a top position at TikTok.
based on
the fact that apparently the huge young demographic that Trump spoke to on his last campaign election, which was evidently successful, Barron was the one running his TikTok strategy. So him going on the Joe Rogans, like the Theo Vons popping up for him, that was all by design by his NYU admitted son.
Do you remember when Trump was bragging about Barron's computer abilities and he was like, he has the computer and I'm asking him, how do you do that? And then he turns it on and I'm like, whoa. And then he turns it off. I'm like, the boy is really, really smart with computers. I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Well, soon enough, apparently one of Trump's cronies is trying to buy TikTok. So
It's jogging.
there will be no safe spaces for anyone.
No.
And what I think is really interesting, though, about TikTok and politics right now is, just this week, we're hearing that there is going to be a ceasefire, and that's being brokered apparently by Jared Kushner. Mm-hmm. Are you dressed for dinner with the Kushners?
Never.
Thank God.
Never.
Thank God. Thank God. Doesn't matter what they're serving. We won't be there.
No.
We will not be in attendance.
Unlike Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Say it louder.
Unlike Jay-Z and Beyonce.
And there you go, folks. Falling on your sword for what? A roast beef?
Au jus.
A jus? I love an au jus.
Me too.
Okay, but for real, so what's interesting, though, with the ceasefire that is long overdue, if it really comes to be, because there's still bombs dropping on innocent people in the Gaza Strip.
Israel has broken every ceasefire ever.
I mean, they are, completely guilty of so many international laws, the largest one being genocide, committing. And it's interesting, though, I feel like people have just started to get a little bit more vocal on Palestine across the board. So when I'm seeing Brianna Chicken Fry be fed to me on my algorithm crying, being like, I'm so sorry. I don't really usually speak on politics. Come on, wake it up. Wake up, people. But she says, Theo Von had someone on his podcast who was in the war zone, essentially trying to provide aid and was not able to do as much, whether it was doctors, otherwise. And I think he might have been a photojournalist. I didn't watch the episode, but he was basically coming to Theo Von and just sharing the realities of what's happening in Gaza. And Brianna was like, this is not right. And so when you have people like Brianna saying this is not right, who don't speak on politics and their day-to-day is to talk about TikTok shenanigans with Josh Richards on the BFFs podcast. But you also have Hannah Eibender on the Emmys being like, go birds, fuck ICE, and free Palestine. In the mix of Lorde being like free Palestine during her New York City leg of her concerts. It's just I think people were starting to become a little bit more open about their, opinions against a genocide, because, at one point it was you spoke up and you were the Melissa Barrera of Hollywood. Like you were stripped of all of your deals for just saying that I don't believe that innocent women, men, children should be vilified for the actions of a few select people who have committed a crime.
Yeah, but from Hamas.
And, what happened on October 7th. But I was kind of like, are the tides changing? Because also Greta Thunberg, right?
Greta Thunberg. It's TH, but they say Thunberg.
Okay.
Greta Thunberg.
Greta, my girl, not Greta Gerwig. Greta, who's on the flotilla.
The Swedish... Yes.
Yes, which the word flotilla, it feels like a rapper's name, right? Like every time, like, and they're so serious about it. They're like, the flotillas have been intercepted. And I'm just like, why aren't we saying boat?
Because it's like Glorilla.
It's like, it's Glorilla, it's Florilla, it's
Florida.
Florida.
I've never thought about that. You're so right about that.
Flotilla.
It's a good word, though.
I'm like, it's a good word. I'm like, I'm just captivated by that and that alone. I'm like, oh, where's the flotilla?
What's the difference between a flotilla and a boat?
I literally looked it up today, and a flotilla, I guess, is like a collection of vessels together, moving as one.
What's the difference between a flotilla and an armada?
I don't even know what that is. I'm too in the dark on that one. But Greta was recently imprisoned and then released and then said, you know what? This isn't about me. The news is happening right now. I know there's a camera on me because I'm a white woman with a platform. And that got me thinking. I was like, why? Like, not that this is Hannah Eibender's responsibility, but like, say Hannah Eibender was able to roll up to the Gaza Strip with like a few celebrities. Do you know how much news that would get?
A lot.
A lot of news.
Yeah.
And that's the same as Greta
Thunberg
doing this. This is why she's putting herself in the position of being in the line of fire, because she recognizes that she has the privilege to do as much.
Exactly. It's really important to understand that there are people that do this. There are people that do this inside the Gaza Strip. Now, for people who don't know, I'm Jewish. I'm part of a lot of Jewish progressive groups. And I know people who have gone to, these are Americans or Israeli Americans, people born in Israel but have American citizenship, who have gone to Israel and who have literally chained themselves to homes that were about to be bulldozed because they were building new settlements on Palestinian land that is designated for Palestinians. So Israelis or Israeli Americans chaining themselves while there is a wrecking ball coming towards a home because they recognize that the Israeli government is not going to kill them. They are not going to send that wrecking ball at them, especially if they are American, right? And so it is really important to understand what Greta is doing. She does not have to do this. She's known as a climate change activist. She does not have to switch lanes, but she cares about humanity.
But it's all intersectional,
It
too.
is.
Throwing bombs at anything that has catastrophic environmental consequences.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what I want people to realize in the United States is it is right and just to speak against genocide of people who may not look like you. There's a lot of Americans may not have ever met a Palestinian person IRL, may never meet a Palestinian because the country is not very big, okay? But what I also want to say is there's a lot of bullshit happening in this country, okay, against people who may not look like you. Trump sent troops into Chicago this week, and I have seen devastating videos of ICE following parents to their children's school, knocking on their doors, forcing a door. Okay, a door is locked. Unless someone opens that door for you, how are you going to get it open without force? Forcing doors open, pulling mothers out of cars in front of their children's school, arresting them. A mother speaking in like normal, non-accented English, speaking just like you or I, so therefore speaking way better than fucking Ivana Trump and Melania Trump, saying, my name is Jocelyn. I live in this neighborhood. They didn't show me a warrant. I did not open my door. I am a mother. And they are just arresting, like physically pulling her out. This is happening in our own countries. No one intervenes. No one intervenes. And I understand why. No one wants to get shot. No one wants to get pepper sprayed. No one wants to get tased. I completely get it. I'm not saying people are weak. But what I am saying is, it is really ironic that we live in a country that is armed to the teeth, who loves the fucking Second Amendment, who is like, the government's not going to take my fucking guns. And then when the government comes to our towns, we don't do shit.
And with everything that you're saying, I hope that this doesn't in any way feel like it negates it in terms of its importance right now and how amplified, the ICE raids are. But one thing I don't think people recognize is this has been happening for a long time.
Before Trump.
In the shadows.
Yes.
Like 2016, I remember coming to the understanding of people being ripped away from their families with Diana Guerrero, who was an actress in Orange is the New Black. She was like, remember those like two prissy girls in the jail? She was one of them. And her family was a family of immigrants, but she was born in the United States. Her parents were not, and they didn't come here through the green card process. And one day she went to school in high school, and then when she came home, her parents were ripped from her. And that was a narrative that she was amplifying in 2016 with her book release. And it's just insane how where we are today, where it doesn't even have to happen in the shadows. It doesn't have to just be this one-off story from an Orange is the New Black actress. It is an everyday occurrence that even as a resident of West Hollywood, a few months back, this was happening on my own terrain.
Yeah. And I think, there is no difference. It's been happening. I am 44. The idea of like immigration and reform has been a main topic my whole life. I was born in 1981. Ronald Reagan was president. Lot of immigration reform happened under Ronald Reagan, which actually made it a little easier for certain people to come into the country during that time, like Cubans, a lot of other people, and Mexicans too. But one thing that really stands out for me right now is, in 2008, when Barack Obama became president, and he sent a lot of people back to their homelands. But under his administration, we got DACA, which it was a program that allowed children of immigrants who were born in the United States to stay in the United States, go to college in the United States without having documentation, so that then they could get jobs in the United States and have a path to citizenship.
It was that they weren't born in the United States, but they were brought
here as children.
That's children.
Right. That's
yes.
right. Yes, they weren't born here. They were brought here as children.
I just want to wake up like, where's the Hamilton craze? Where's the immigrants we get the job done? What happened to the rebranded Christopher Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day to remember, folk, we who largely walk this country are all immigrants.
None of us are Native Americans. No. There are a few Native Americans still exist. I'm not going to, I'm not trying to say anything.
At a very small percentage because of the genocide.
Literally. So there's the saying, the arc of justice, or the arc of time bends towards justice, or whatever. I think that everything is a pendulum, and I think that people feel like we got too woke, we gave people too many rights. I don't fucking know. But now it's like a rebellion against that stuff.
Well, going back to Hayley Williams, her one lyric says, "The South will not rise again till it's paid for every sin." And I think that could just be said about this entire country. And there was this article from The Cut that was about like Etsy witches or these, you know, spiritual women who have found each other on TikTok who have said that like all of this bad karmic energy has to rise up and we have to like wade through it in order to get to a brighter tomorrow. So maybe that is what is happening. Evil is erecting itself.
I mean, I could really use a wish right now.
A wish right now. A wish right now.